selection.
Yeah. That one.
That one? New game?
All Justice, Ace Attorney.
Yeah.
Pay attention. What? Oh, yeah, okay. I was confused for a second there, but it makes sense now. Spider.
Spider?
There's a spider.
Yeah. I don't know what that means. Okay.
It means they lose. And someone dies.
Wow. I had no idea people died in this game.
What?
No way!
Something like
Dead.
dead. Someone hit him hard. Me? Please. The cops should be here any minute. I'm in your hands. Should have come to that. Who's talking?
April 20th. 9:37 a.m. District Court. Defendant lobby, number 3. This lobby looks familiar.
What?
Panicked. Palms sweaty. I can admit it. I'm nervous.
Ah, good morning.
That's you now. Good morning, sir.
You look tense, Justice. Wound up tight.
Wound up, sir? No, I'm loose. I'm fine.
That screeching noise. Is that your voice? I suppose it's to be expected. Your first trial, and it's a homicide. I guess justice doesn't smart small, eh?
I'm fine. I got up at 5 a.m. to do my core to still voice workout. I'm fine.
Ah, that explains it. I did detect a certain rasping quality to your screech.
Ouch. I overdid it again.
As you know, your client today is a good friend of mine. I wouldn't want to let him down, if you get my drift.
Drift gone, sir. I'm all over that drift.
As it happens, I dined with him the night of the murder.
What? Okay.
We can't let this case fall through.
Yes, I'm fine, sir.
One more thing. Don't say you're fine quite so much. People might take you the wrong way. I'll be preparing our case. You might want to introduce yourself to the client.
That would be good. Oh. My name is Apollo Justice. If it isn't clear already, I'm a new attorney. And today is my first trial. Not that I'm worried or anything. The defendant has been accused of murder. My boss wants to help him out, of course, and so do I. I mean, there's no way he did it. Not him. No way.
Boom!
Whoa. Good morning.
Morning. It's all up to you today.
First trial, nerves, meeting him, cardiac arrest. I think I'm supposed to say something. Help.
So, you're...
Fine. I'm fine.
Mr.
Mr.
Fine, is it?
I mean, with this game series. There probably is a Mr. Fine, right?
Yeah.
Uh,
I don't remember you having an odd name.
we're off to a great start. Are you sure you're okay? I mean, with me. And Mr. Gavin is a top-notch defense attorney, and he's your friend, so why...
You'll see.
Uh?
You can do it. Be confident.
I'm really sorry this happened to you. I mean,
It's time, shall we?
yes, sir. Okay, I need to focus. First trial, here comes justice. April 20th, 10 a.m., District Court, Courtroom number 2.
Look who it is.
Oh, he's still alive.
Yep. Do you want me to be him, or do you want to be Gavin? I think not Gavin.
Gavin?
Sorry, Payne. Do you want to be Payne?
I'll be the judge, I guess. And you be Pam.
Alright.
The court is now in session.
The prosecution is ready, Your Honor.
Perfect voice, perfect. The defense is, fine. I mean, ready, Your Honor. Mind going blank. Don't panic. Too late. Your name was Mr. Justice, and this is your first trial. Yes, Your Honor, but I'm fine, really. You were told not to say you're fine so many times. Are you quite sure? Your voice sounds a bit strained. Mr. Gavin?
Yes, Your Honor.
I was under the impression that you would be heading up on this case.
That was my intention, yes. However, a defense attorney must always cede to his client's wishes. My client specifically requested, Mr. Justice.
Ah. Well, of course he wants justice. But to entrust his case to this greenhorn, why? I do not exaggerate when I say you're the best defense attorney in town, Mr. Gavin. Okay, so Gavin's got trial experience, fine, but does he have cords of steel? Then let's begin. The defense may enter the courtroom.
Defendant,
Dependent.
not defense.
The defense has already entered.
Yeah.
This is truly an unfortunate turn of events. I'm sorry we had to meet again under these circumstances. Long time no
Still
see,
judge.
Mr. Wright. I knew it. I knew it. I knew it. It looked familiar.
Let's put the past behind us, shall we? These days, I'm merely Phoenix Wright, piano player.
Piano player? Mr. Wright, how could this have happened? I won't speak of it further then. If the prosecution would be so kind as to explain the charges, Mr. Payne.
I saw you enter this room a fresh attorney, and now I'll see you leave in chains.
Ah, Winston Payne. Subtle as ever, I see.
The crime occurred at the Borscht Bull Club, a Russian restaurant. The defendant, Phoenix Wright, took the victim, a customer. And he hit him, a wham, on the head, a smack, killed him cold.
That's it? No reason? Just that he just did it? Suddenly? A customer at the restaurant, you say? And the defendant, you say he was...
The pianist for the club, it seems.
Phoenix Wright, a pianist?
This is the weapon that took the victim's life. A bottle of grape juice.
Ah, grape juice. Yeah, grape juice.
Grape juice is apparently our defendant's drink of choice.
The court accepts the deadly bottle as evidence.
Whee! Added to the court record.
Something to note, Justice. All evidence is filed in the court record. Make a practice of checking it frequently.
There we go. Wow, attorney's badge. I'm gonna show it to
wait,
everybody.
go back.
Oh. Yeah, I should probably read things. Time of
Um.
death. The death scene. I can look at it closer, can't I?
Yep.
And there's the bottle of grape juice. At least probably.
Yeah.
It looks around the same shape. And I can click on it. Goodness. Yay.
Yep.
What does it say? Grape juice. How long has it been since I drinks grape juice? Apparently it's Mr. Wright's favorite drink. I wonder how well it goes with borscht. I don't think it has anything else to poke on. I don't know, there was something else. And the bottle's completely empty.
Seems like that's it. And then remember to press, like, switch tabs.
Oh. There are
LBRB.
people.
And they let people.
That's important too.
Yes.
The boss. Phoenix Wright. The victim in the case.
Shady Smith.
He's shady. And then Winston Payne. Which we've seen before. The court record. Right, I've heard of that. I did, so we're good. I'm confident. Oh, that's you, technically.
Oh, yeah. Sorry. I'm confident in your ability to handle this.
Right. Use that button. Sounds like it's time for some hands-on action. So, the victim was a customer at this restaurant. But just who was this, Shady Smith fellow?
We believe he was a traveler, Your Honor.
A traveler?
According to his passport, he had been out of the country for a number of years. He had only returned to this country recently, though his place of residence is unclear.
And he had some sort of connection with the defendant.
That, too, is unclear at present, Your Honor. We believe they first met at the Borscht Bowl Club on the night of the crime.
If they had only just met, then why murder? Perhaps the victim slighted the defendant's piano playing?
It doesn't appear to have been the case.
There's no motive!
No, the motive have nothing to do with the defendant's lack of playing skill.
Then what is it?
At least not piano playing. I'll let this photo explain what I mean.
Oh, because they were playing a game, I think.
As we can see, a game of poker was in progress at the scene of the crime.
But how was he playing poker and the piano at the same time? Wait a second. Isn't poker gambling? That's a crime in of itself!
Indeed, it appears our defendant has fallen to become the basest sort of criminal.
Objection!
It is true that the defendant was engaged in a game of poker with the victim. It was only that, a game, in the pure sense. A competition, Your Honor.
Competition?
Yes, a test of wits, a silent clash of passions. Only the cards, their backs wreathed in blue flame, know its final outcome.
Come again?
The cards on the table had blue blacks, Your Honor. I believe the defense was waxing poetic in an attempt to mystify those present and impress women.
I'm sorry. That will be our first order of business here, then. To find out more about this fatal game of cards. You look so smug. Very well, defendant. You will testify to the court about the poker competition held the night of the crime.
My pleasure.
This is it. My first trial. Here goes nothing. Beautiful. Let's get at him.
I am a pianist by trade, yet I can hardly play at all.
Why?
My real job is to take on interested customers over at the poker table. The room where we play and the competition in, there are the club's main attractions. The rules are simple. We play a game of poker using 2 decks of cards. That's all it is, a game, and our customers are happy.
A pianist who can't play piano?
Better than a defense attorney who can't defend.
Very well. The defense may begin the cross-examination. Right, Your Honor. My first cross-examination. Don't blow it! Well, technically it's
Are you alright?
my first.
You're sweating bullets.
Bullets? Where?
It's a figure of speech, Justice. Your voice sounds strained and raspy, too.
You need help. My brain feels strained and raspy, sir.
You've watched me perform cross-examinations many times. Though you've never done one yourself, have you? Care for a refresher?
Yes, tell me the controls. What to do? Should I ask Mr. Gamma for a refresher course in cross-examination? Nah!
Okay, tell me the buttons. Better safe than sorry early. Especially this early in the game.
The game.
Yes, teach me. I know nothing.
Indeed, your job, Justice, is to be mindful of the court record and the testimony. For inconsistencies in the testimony with the court record, with what the court record tells you. When you found an inconsistency, that's when you present the conflicting evidence from the court record with RB.
Right. It's my badge, isn't it? I do present my badge. I didn't hear anything strange at all in the testimony just now.
Good sign they need to press the witness with LB for more information.
Press him.
Don't let the fact that he's a remarkable man hold you back. Get more information.
But isn't Mr. Wright my client?
Well, think you can do it?
Absolutely. Yes, thank you, sir. I think I can do it.
I think you'd better, or we're going to have a problem. Just remember, find any inconsistencies, any lies in the testimony, and reveal them to the court. That is cross-examination. Learn it, know it, do it.
Inconsistencies, lies, Phoenix Wright? How's that? Phoenix Wright would never lie. It's up to me to prove it. Are you sure? The defense may begin the cross-examination. Let's go.
I'm a pianist by trade, yet I can hardly play at all.
Alright, let's press. You can hardly play.
Oh, I play sometimes, when customers demand it. So I play them one song. That's usually all they want.
He's memorized one song and that's it. That's funny. Was that supposed to be a boast just now?
The title of pianist is a mask, a respectable face I wear for the world at large.
Then why are you really at the Borscht Bowl Club? To play poker, and I thought that was obvious.
My real job is to take on interested customers over the poker table.
They pay you just to play poker?
That would seem to be the case. I am a professional, after all.
No, I detect pride in that statement. It's just hard for an honest, hard-working member of society like me to imagine.
Yes, your imagination was always a bit limited, Winston.
Oh, goodness.
What?
I've played poker for 7 years in that little room.
7
And
years.
I've never lost. Once.
What?
See why the customers come now. Defeat the undefeated poker champion. It's quite a draw. That is, I'm quite a draw.
He is the attraction.
Wait, you've never lost once? Not even one time?
As I said, I'm a professional.
He's played poker for 7 years and not lost once. How old is he?
You'd probably check the court record.
Ooh, you're right. Court record.
33.
33. 32. Question mark. 61. Oh gosh.
The room where we play and the competition in there are the club's main attractions.
Let's get more. The room in the crime scene photo is an attraction.
It has quite a history, actually. Borscht Bowl Club used to be a gathering spot for black market types back in the day.
There.
Black market.
All in the past. Things like the black market only on the silver screen nowadays. Suffice it to say that there were a lot of deals being made under that table. Right there in that room.
Smirky room, gambling hoods? You know, just looking at this picture makes me feel bad.
The bosses gather around the table, cutting deals safe from the eyes of the law. Meanwhile, Goon keeps watch through a small window.
Ooh, is it that small window over there?
Maybe. I can practically picture it now.
That window. It does look like it would be good for keeping a lookout for little else. Maybe to stick a gun through or something. I don't know.
The room had a few other tricks to it. Though, it was common knowledge to our regulars. At any rate, they come to play poker in a room steeped in history. Despite the dark past, it was all just good, clean fun. The rules are simple. Play a game of poker using two decks of cards.
Mm. Two decks of cards?
Simple measure to prevent cheating. If you alternate two decks, no one can slip in cards.
Hmm. Is the cards? No, they're not on here.
No.
There's something else I noticed. In addition to the cards on the table, there's some lying scattered on the floor.
Precisely. Cards on the table, cards upon the floor. Each one forming a complete deck. Crime scene painted blue by a sad sweep of cards.
You're a very poetic person, aren't you?
It's poetic, really. Incidentally, we use two types of cards at the club. One deck of cards is red, the other was blue.
As I recall, in poker, you make 5-card hands. I can see how it'd be easy to cheat.
Yes, a game of hands.
Interesting. This competition you're talking about. I believe the court understands the nature of the game sufficiently. That's right. It was a simple game, after all. Are you sure? Huh? People are not murdered over simple games, Mr. Justice. Defendant, you were in the room the very moment that the crime occurred. You claim no connection to the crime.
That's strange.
What's strange?
I was testifying about the competition that night. Asking me about the crime at this point. It's against the rules, Your Honor.
What?
Of course, expected to hear a cry of objection from the defense.
I completely let that one slip by.
Don't despair yet, Justice.
Sir?
Right. There's something that I made clear. Namely, your connection to the case at hand, and I'd like to hear from you. Sure, why not?
Very well.
The defendant will amend his testimony. Just one little press, and I've got myself a whole new testimony. That's how the game works. Is you?
Oh, I plead silence regarding the murder, but I will say I never touched the murder weapon.
Silence?
The defendant has the right to refuse to testify. I haven't forgotten everything about the law.
But why? That clearly puts you at a disadvantage.
And it's your job to turn that around in your favor. Our favor, yes?
Great. Like I didn't have enough to do already.
Justice, did you detect anything odd about the testimony?
Huh? Wait, something is said to ring a little strangely.
Just one thing. Now, what was it?
When you figure it out, I'd suggest presenting evidence. Evidence that contradicts the testimony.
A contradiction in Mr. Wright's testimony? But why? I better check the court record. I can imagine Mr. Wright lying in a testimony.
It's a little early to be jumping to conclusions. This is your first cross-examination. Take it slow.
It's like Wright is like setting me up to learn.
If you need more information, don't forget to press.
Right, I got it. I'm fine. Time to listen to the testimony again. Yes, by trade. Let's see. 2 a.m. Single blow to the forehead. Why is there like nothing wrong with this deadly bottle? Yeah.
Do you expect, like, glass to dent or something?
Or, you know, have a bit of blood or something on it.
It might
That's
have
what I
not
was-
drawn blood in the first place.
Hmm.
Who knows?
I know that bottles don't break as easily as they do in the movies, so that
No.
clears in my head. It just looks so clean and pristine. Alright. Piano. Interesting customers at the poker table. Cards. Bears the defendant Mr. Wright's prints. Oh, so that's what I need to press on.
Gotta press Y.
Why?
See, down there it says
Yeah.
present Y.
There we go. Yay! For presented evidence. So you say you didn't touch the murder weapon. This grape juice bottle. Right?
So I said.
Something the matter, Mr. Justice?
Too bad our new defense attorney never learned how to play dumb.
What's this, Mr. Perrin?
I examined the bottle in question, you see? And it was covered with the defendant's fingerprints.
Objection! No need to shout, Mr. Justice. I can hear you just fine.
X's yelling can damage the judge's ears and our case.
What about my cords of steel? Anyway, what's so strange about fingerprints in a bottle in a restaurant? Well, that's true. The prints.
Oh, they wouldn't prove a thing if there were normal fingerprints.
Uh-huh.
Not the fingerprints on the murder weapon. We're upside down.
What do you consider upside down? I know they're meaning like you're holding the top part so you can hit them on the head, but would you really consider that upside down? Upside down, what does that mean?
It means he was holding the bottle inverted, and there can only be one reason for that. Yes. In the brain somewhere with the bottle.
Brain? I haven't heard that used before. Mr. Gavin, I think things just took a turn for the worse.
Oh, I see no problem, Justice.
It's just the way of the court, Justice. Huh?
The only thing that matters is the truth. There's a good reason for everything, you'll see.
Defendant, can you explain your fingerprints on this bottle to the court?
I stand by my plea of silence regarding the murder. For now? No, just for now.
Not very cooperative, are you? This could hurt your case.
I'm sure he's uncooperative because he's hiding something. There must be some reason.
I'm sure there is.
Your Honor, you seem to have forgotten something.
And what might that be, Mr. Gavin?
On the night of the crime, who was it who reported the murder to the police?
Ooh. Reported?
Well, that was the defendant, Mr. Wright. But still,
Really?
yes, well, according to the case file, the murder was reported from near the scene by a call from the defendant's cell phone.
Near the scene?
Let's take a look at the diagram of the murder scene, shall we?
Yes, 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 yes. I would love that.
The victim was murdered in a small room in the basement 2 floors down from the ground level. Now, of course, a cell phone can't get reception so far down. Couldn't use the stairs in this hallway to go above ground. Call came from the first floor of the restaurant.
I see. And this is the phone that made the call. Ooh. We got a bright cell phone.
The defendant could have just fled the scene of the crime, if he so chose. Yet, he fulfilled his duty as a citizen and reported it to the authorities. And you claim he is being uncooperative?
Nice save, Mr. Gavin. I better not waste this.
I think the prosecution has toyed with our client enough for the time being.
Died? I assure you, no one is more serious about...
What was it you said? The defendant was in the room the very moment that the crime occurred. How can you possibly know this?
That's a good question. How indeed.
Answer is simple, Your Honor. Prosecution has a decisive witness.
You're as good as they say you are.
So someone else was in the room the night of the crime. Oh, no duh. That must mean they witnessed the crime. Or was the person who did the crime, you know?
Everything up till now has been a warm-up, Justice. Are you ready?
Yee. Very well, the prosecution may call its first witness to the stand.
The witness will state her name and profession.
Hold on just a moment. Where's the witness? I'm sorry, you can't see her.
I surmise that she's been frightened by the defense's demonic-looking horns.
Yeah. So demonic. So I used a little hair gel. Relax, people. Have no fear. If any horns point in your direction, this court will cut them off. You are sure? I swear to my gravel. Please, come out.
Evil.
Is it violence against hair a crime, Your Honor? Well, if you're sure it is okay. Now the prosecution. Wait a minute. Would the prosecution care to explain the witness's, paraphernalia?
Yes. She is a professional, Your Honor. Those are merely the tools of her trade.
One what is her trade? And that would be? My name is Olga Orly. I'm employed as waitress in the Borscht Ball Club restaurant. Then why the camera? Of course, it is my pride to serve Borscht. That is naming restaurant. But I also perform, how's it said, another service. I take it one of these other services is taking the customers' pictures. Ta-da! Like, for example, this one. Ooh, they're talking.
Picture.
Look at your good thing. Is at the piano. There's a lot of grape juice bottles. There's a couple other
Where?
bottles on the
Oh,
back.
there they are. And there's some Russian dolls.
Are you sure it wasn't one of those bottles that did the murder? That's the defendant.
Indeed, on the night of the murder.
Well, yeah, it was already clear that they were playing a game together. Man in white hat is one who has gone kaput. Indeed, that is the victim. Order, order. This is quite a piece of evidence to casually drop into our laps. It is the same way as I drop cold bowls. Cold? A borscht on the laps of customers. Casually.
Like,
What?
not on the table, on their laps.
On their laps. And then they're cold.
Yeah. Let me look up what borscht is.
I think it's like a soup or something, I thought. Then the court will casually accept this new evidence. Photo added. I want to read this line real quick while you're looking it up.
Borscht can be eaten both hot and cold, depending on the recipe and the region.
Oh, so cold is okay then.
Yeah. Anyway,
Now, witness, where were you at the time of the murder?
I was in room. The hideout, we call it. Excuse me, the hideout. It is room where famous gangster, Bad Guy, was arrested. Is room
Bad
where
Guy.
murder took place. What? Your look of utter surprise. It is lovely. I will post my courtroom door later for you. Dada, photos will be numbered, and you'll write which ones you want copy of. So there were 3 people in the room at the time of the crime. The victim, Shetty Smith, Mr. Wright, and Ogla Orley, our witness. And if Mr. Wright isn't the killer, that means... Very well, witness. You will testify to the court about the night's events. That fateful night. That night, a customer asked me to deal cards for game. It was cold. Both players played with hats on. The victim, he plays whole time with his hand on locket at his neck. Then, last hand is done, but something terrible has happened. The man flew a victim and is strangling him to death. Wait, which man was strangling which man?
the victim was getting strangled.
Incidentally, who won the game?
Isn't it obvious? The winner was the victim, Mr. Smith.
That's ridiculous. Because Mr. Wright can't lose. 0.
Justice. Maybe you can come up with more legitimate objection.
But he hasn't lost in 7 years. I'm sorry, that is what he said.
Take it from me, kid. It happens. I didn't lose a case my first 7 years as a prosecutor either.
And then you lost to Mr. Wright?
Incidentally, I have some evidence here. These are the poker chips. They lay the very moment of the crime. The hand on chips on this side belong to the defendant, Mr. Wright. Those on the far side belong to the victim, Mr. Smith.
The chips, you say?
I mean, yes. Imagine the poker's war. Your hand is your army, and the chips are the spoils.
I know that. After all, in my youth, I was known for the poker head of courtroom number 3. Wasn't he, like, complaining about poker earlier? I think he means poker face. Looking at this picture. And
No, they called him the poker head because he had no hair.
oh,
That's why.
that's that.
They're making fun of him being bald. Anyway.
It does seem that most of the chips are on the victim's side of the table. But aren't there red ones worth more or something? Maybe I'm
don't know.
wrong. I don't know. I just assumed. Defendant and victim's chips when a crime took place. Very well.
No, so it depends on whether those are white chips or black chips. Because they look very gray.
Yeah, they look like gray, don't they? No cards now.
I don't know.
Nothing about size differences? Just colors?
No. Usually there isn't any size differences.
Yeah.
Because if they're black, then that means that they're higher value. But if they're white, that means they're lower value than the red.
Huh.
So I don't know.
Yeah, I need to cross-examine. Let's figure stuff out.
Cross-examination.
That night, customer asked me to deal cards for game. It was cold. I need to press on this one first.
Yeah.
You were dealing cards. Do you do this often? Duh, I'm doing this. If customer wishes it, I serve anything. Borscht, cards, more borscht. It is my work. It's good to hear of a place that haven't forgotten the meaning of service. Welcome you to Borscht Ball Club, where borscht is as warm as the waitress. You mean cold? Thank you for not handling out flyers during the cross-examination.
So maybe she is just dumping cold borscht on people's laps if she doesn't like them or something, and then, you know, serving warm borscht to the people that she does like.
Maybe. It's already April. How could it be cold? I mean, it is a basement. At Borscht Ball Club, we have pride on a aesthetic, rustic Russian restaurant theme. Outside it is sitting in spring, but inside it is always as cold as Mother Russia. Is that why you're, like, you know, covered in stuff to make you warm?
Snow stuff, yeah.
That just explains why everyone was, like, wearing hats and stuff, like Mr. Right.
Yeah.
No way am I going there. When it comes to hot borscht, cold is best seasoning, duh. The victim, he plays whole time with his hand on locket at his neck. I would like to know more about that. His locket. I believe it was good luck charm, duh. Can we see it in the picture?
Maybe.
Let's see. Oh,
You can see it there.
I
I think you can see it on that one too.
no, it's not there.
No, it's not there.
But I do remember seeing it on Mr. Right. It was on Mr.
Oh.
Right earlier.
Wait a minute, yeah.
I do remember that. Interesting. He grappled it many times they played that night. Yes, he must have felt as though it might carry him to the moon and the stars. if it were small enough to fit around his neck, it wouldn't have much left. The defense would like a clarification. This is a lockout we're talking about. I mean, a pendant with a picture in it, right? Not a rocket?
Of course, I knew that.
It was probably a pendant shaped like a rocket. That's why she called it that. No, a locket's a locket. Doesn't matter.
It's considered bad form to poke fun of the hard hearing of our society.
Hard of hearing or hard of understanding?
So what next?
Then, last hand is done, but something terrible has happened, Something terrible? The defense will refrain from needless shouting.
Sorry, I need to seriously reconsider this vocal training thing.
Now, Mr. Orley, can you tell us what happened? Mr. Wait.
Mr.
Miss Orley.
Oh, I was so frightened. I trembled with fear. The man flew with victim and is strangling him to death. But the defendant... Apollo... Eek!
Well, no, I can't say I've ever heard the defense try this tactic.
Are you sure?
If possible, please, refrain from embarrassing me.
Still, why would anyone do something like this over a game of poker?
Perhaps it is because the defendant has lost game.
Yes, a crushing defeat for a man undefeated. So it always is with men like him. Winners make sore losers. Oh, how the mighty fall.
Go ahead. I believe you know what it is that you need to do.
Right, sir, leave it to me. There are only 3 people
In the room at the time of the murder, the victim, Shady Smith, Mr. Wright, and if Mr. Wright isn't the killer... I've got you now, Orly. Okay, I want to look at the evidence real quick. It looks about the same, doesn't it? I can't really see the hands.
Ugh. Why is it?
Bum, bum, bum.
What you thinking of?
I don't know.
There's the borscht. Oh my gosh, she was right about it being cold.
Yeah, it was like literal snow.
Why didn't I notice that the first time? Just thought that was decorations, I guess. How could you stand? Look what he's wearing, his shoes.
Sandals.
Literal sandals. Oh, that looks
And
awful.
they have calluses.
Mm.
That keeps them warm. Maybe. I don't know.
Oh, I
Phone.
didn't look at the phone. Wow, the battery's being held in with a piece of tape. You should just buy a new one. Maybe he can afford it. Or he just doesn't care. Anything else? Doesn't look like
Doesn't
it.
seem like it.
Aw. Alright, let's look there. That night, customer asked me to deal cards for game. It was cold. Both players played with hats on. And I believe that was correct.
Yeah.
Both hats. Though one definitely has a warmer hat than the other.
Yeah.
The victim. He plays all time with his hand on the socket of his neck. Which we can see. Should I press for this one? It's like he's not wearing it anymore.
No. No.
Oh, but he was supposed to have died by a bottle.
Yeah.
Do I show the deadly bottle again?
Maybe the autopsy.
Or the top autopsy? A
Yeah.
single blow to the forehead. Yeah. Yep. Not that one. Why?
Oh, really? Strangled, you say? That's odd. The normal customers only choke on borscht. No, I mean this report shows the victim died of a blow to the head. Ah! Mr. Orley, really now, did
Mr.
you witness?
Mrs.
We've both done it now.
Oh gosh. Did you witness the crime? Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Looking at the picture, it doesn't seem like he was hit. He's still wearing his hat and everything. But is there any, like, marks of strangling?
Does the...
What?
Yet.
Yet it is a fact that he was hit, Your Honor.
Ooh, there's his head.
Here's a photo we took of the victim with his hat off during our investigation.
And his neck is just fine. Well, that's quite shocking, isn't it? This head certainly was it. Yeah, more photos.
Those.
But I seen it happen. The defendant, not just the victim, his neck. Oh, really, Miss Rowley? I think I've caught you in your own lie this time.
Justice.
What if it was right that I was getting strangled?
I admire your enthusiasm. Perhaps you should think this through once more.
What do you mean? I found a contradiction.
There's one thing in her testimony that troubles me.
That she doesn't say which one's the victim?
It might be something else. Very well.
It seems we should continue the cross-examination. There's such a thing as thinking too much. The source is dead. Let's stop beating it.
There's such a thing as thinking aloud too much, too.
Sorry, he said that out loud. It's called. Oh, she added this. You didn't say anything about hitting before. Sorry. I must be forgetting this, though. Witness, you'll take greater care with your testimony. I'm sorry, Your Honor.
Clears up the discrepancy with the autopsy report, I believe. The defendant may strangle his victim and change his mind. And he chose a simpler, blunter means to do the job. Yes, that sums it up nicely.
So he strangled him, then hit him. Something fishy about all this.
I believe you're Kristoff.
Oh yeah, sorry. Go ahead. I believe you know what it is you need to do.
Right, sir.
I'm just
Leave it
like
to me.
thinking about what we need to do.
Yeah. There's only 3 people in the room at the time of the murder. The victim, Shady Smith.
You know, I don't remember
Mr.
everything
Wright,
about it.
And then Mr. Wright isn't the killer. I'm just saying that again?
Yeah, that's just the ending thing.
Oh, yeah.
If that makes you loop around or whatever.
Right.
Defense counsel.
Do I need to show this? It's like,
Like there's two things I feel like you could do. Either you present the new photo to I think it's the next one. Or you present the new photo to the new statement.
because with the locket bit.
Yeah, but I'm not sure which is the right one.
Well, let's try this one first.
Because there's like no signs of strangling. Oof,
Nope.
that's definitely not that one. No. Not sure I follow her, but clearly her contradicts the I thought.
So I'm very sure.
Ow.
I lost you points actually.
So, try this one?
I don't know.
I don't know either. I'm gonna read through stuff again. I mean, this is definitely the attorney badge, right?
Single blow to the forehead. I mean, it's not in this picture either.
Yeah, that's the
Okay.
thing. Because I don't feel like it
They're both wearing
changes much.
hats. Hmm.
You could always save.
Oh, save.
It's true.
At least right now, so if you ever do, die, you won't lose all your progress.
Okay, how do I save?
Options.
Here we go.
Save.
Yay! I save.
Okay.
B.
I can't look at the people.
No, we can't.
It's like not present Mr. Right. Not that the picture of Mr. Right had the locket on. I only saw it when I was cross-examining him. Well, I'm gonna try. Try this one.
Yeah. I don't know.
You don't know?
Go for it. Just do it.
Yeah. Oh,
There we go.
music stopped. You know, there was one curious part in the testimony, just like Mr. Gavin said. But what does it mean? Mr. Justice, would you care to explain what is you're thinking so intensely about?
Recall the testimony, Your Honor. The victim played with his hand on locket at his neck, I believe she said.
I hope you aren't about to raise an objection to the witness's grammar.
No. No, but look at this photograph. Do you see a locket on the victim's neck?
Well done, Justice. I'm impressed. I know you'd be able to handle this.
But what does it mean?
If we are to believe this witness's testimony as is, then the locket disappeared following the victim's death.
Lockets don't just disappear, Your Honor.
It's quite simple when you think about it. The locket is gone. Someone must have taken it off, no?
Taking it off. Wait, you don't mean...
Defendant wasn't strangling the victim at all. He's taking off his locket. Wouldn't that explain it?
Oh.
Ah,
Defendant, what do you have to say to this? Say,
Yes?
I should know this, but you have something hanging around your neck, don't you?
yes, yes he does.
Oh. You mean this? Yes, it's a locket. Photograph inside. Photo of my daughter.
Ah. Come again?
Mr. Wright, you have a daughter?
Wait, we confirmed it at the time of the arrest. The picture in the locket is indeed Mr. Wright's daughter.
So, Mr. Wright has a locket too?
No, it's the same locket. I don't buy that this is just a coincidence. Because it's not. Well, now, if the results of this poker game led to the murder, perhaps I should hear a bit more about the outcome of the game.
That other testimony really won't be necessary.
Why? Making you nervous, Payne?
It's clear the defendant lost badly.
Miss Roller, you will testify to the court about the game played between the victim and the defendant. Duh.
Give me a second. I will grab a drink. Water.
Alright. The game began with 3,500 points and chips for each man. House chips comes in two sizes, small and large. The one who was winning, it was victim. For this hand, defendant play with all chips on table and lose. The moment loss was decided, defendant grabs bottle from table and...
Indeed, looking at this picture, it does seem to be a one-sided game.
How many rounds, though?
Yeah. As the court knows, poker was the defendant's life. Failure must have been a bitter pill to swallow.
Ah. How many times have I heard these words? I had under a fit of anger, Your Honor. Come and tell, but true. Methinks the judge watches too many old court movies. Mr. Wright said he hasn't lost in 7 years, so this testimony must be wrong. Alright. Are those the usual starting points? Why were any special rules used? No, not special. Usual game, usual rules. If each man began with 3,500 points, then the total would be... exactly 7,000 points.
Please, this isn't calculus. It's not even long division.
House chips comes in 2 sizes, small and large. Now this is where I really want to know. Are the chips in this photo all the chips that were used?
wait.
Of course.
Go. Oh wait, no, you can't go back. Look, can you look at the court record and look at the picture again? I mean, let's count here.
Because we know how many points.
Yeah, so I'm pretty sure the reds are the 1,000 chip, and then the grays are a 100 chip. Because there's 6 red ones, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 gray chips. So right is winning in this case, because he would be at 4,100. Well, the other one would be at 2,900.
So yeah. Okay, give me a sec.
All it takes is a little bit of math.
Beautiful. Okay.
Just gotta figure out where to present it.
Present it,
Whatever.
yeah.
Something's fishy with these chips. Should I press harder?
Yeah, let's press.
Maybe you could explain a bit about these chips.
Explain? What is there to be explained? Like, which one's a higher amount than the other?
Poker chips. Poker chips. They're not fish and chips. Not a fish chip off the old.
We missed that. I didn't press a button, it just does that. Now that I've pressed her, I'd better ask something. What are these chips worth? Are they in dollars or rubles even?
Nah. As I've been saying before, it was game, not gambling. Or perhaps for capitalists to understand. 2 types of chips. 100-point chip and 1,000-point chip. It is no money, duh.
Justice. Don't you find our comments interesting?
In more ways than one, sir.
I'd have it at your testimony myself.
Yes. No need. I know. Oh, sorry. I need to be reading very well. Witness, if you'd be so kind.
Duh, Your Honor.
And
Press? I know why. We now know why. Mr. Justice.
you gotta present.
Favor. Yeah. We're not in kindergarten. Ah, sorry. I'm fine. I better think of something to ask. Quick.
2 types of chips. Duh. The small ones are 100, and the big ones are 1,000. Right, of course. No.
Don't waste our time.
Ugh. Oh. Great. Mr. Gavin made me stop her, and now I'm the one who looks dumb.
Justice. Please, try not to embarrass me like that. It's a clear contradiction in the information you have in your hands.
Yes, Apollo.
It's a simple matter of calculation. Go on, try it. We're not in kindergarten after all.
situation. Okay. Alright, let's present the table.
Objection!
There we go.
I honestly feel like you could probably have presented it anywhere. Anyway, after the chips were realized or whatever. Anyway,
Yeah.
You're sure it
Read.
was the victim who won? Absolutely sure.
It seems our new attorney is a bit confused. I glanced at this picture enough to tell you who won. If you're not in kindergarten.
Well, we're not in kindergarten, and maybe you should do some higher forms of math. Just for safety's sake, could you explain the problem to the court?
Of course, Your Honor. In this photo, I see small chips and I see large chips.
Tell me which were worth 1,000 points.
Why, the big ones, of course, duh.
Oh, I thought so too. But then the totals don't add up.
The totals?
Let's review what the witness told us. Each man started with 3,500 points in chips, and the combined total value of the chips was 7,000 points. Yes, if my calculations were correct. Let's see, 3 plus 1.
What?
You're the 5. Judge, are you
Okay.
okay?
where's the +1?
They are, Your Honor. Now, look at this photo that allegedly shows all the chips. If the big chips are worth 1,000 points and the small chips are worth 100 points, and you add them up,
How much is it?
do it yourself. You're in a kindergarten, are you? 10,600 points. The chips don't add up. This clearly contradicts the witness's testimony.
But why? Who could this be?
Exactly, Justice. Now that you know the what, you must determine the why.
Right. There is only one possible way to explain this contradiction. Starting point, Shashank. Both are right.
Yeah.
Each man began the game with 3,500 points. If all the chips are indeed shown in this photograph, then there can only be one answer.
What is it?
The value of the chips was the other way around.
What?
Want to know what I think? The small chips were worth 1,000 points, not the big ones.
I'm reading this. I'm reading this.
Show me that photograph of the chips again.
There are 6 small chips and 10 large chips. Why? That does make 7,000 points when you add them up. Wow, he did the math so quickly that time.
Yep. Good job. Excellent work, Justice. It's almost as though you figured it out by yourself.
Well, I think we did.
Well, I'm just glad I was the one who said it.
But wait! Now, the chips may be different, but just nothing.
Does it? It changes who won. Indeed, the victim did have the larger number of chips still.
But not in value.
Ah,
Exactly. If the small chips are 1,000 points, the large chips are 100. Let's do a little math. Add up the points for each side of the table. The victim, Mr. Smith, had 2,900 points, and the
defendant.
defendant had 4,100 points. Well, now, it seems that Mr. Wright was winning that night after all.
That's impossible.
My client had even less reason to kill the victim. After all, he was winning.
Sorry.
Now, Mr. Orley,
Mister.
Mrs. Oh
no.
Just miss. It's just miss.
Miss Early, you must have known the true value of the chips. Since you were there at the scene of the crime, weren't you? Ah, eek. Order, order. It appears our defendant has lost his motive. And Mr. Wright's supposed defeat never happened.
Beautiful.
We must now ask ourselves whether we can trust. I can't read that fast. Who said hold it? Excuse me, what is it, Miss Whirler? I didn't want to be saying this, but actually, you see,
See what, Miss Harley? What do we see?
in the last hand, there was a cheat.
A cheat? You don't mean... That's right.
Wait, or do you mean a scam? They're all the same thing. Yes, it was a cheat in last hand. That's why a game ends with chips as they are. Great, just great.
First we have lying, now cheating.
Well, this case certainly has taken a turn. For the interesting.
Witness, you will please testify to the court. Tell us about this cheating in the final hand.
The final hand.
The last hand, both men had full house. There was 4 of each card in deck, from ace to king. If you look at both men's hand, cheat is more obvious.
Let's look at it.
It would be nice if they could see the bottom of the cards.
I don't see.
I think the kings are worth more than the 7s, yeah?
Yeah. But like, it's still technically possible to get this hand. It doesn't seem very much to be any cheating, in my opinion. There's no duplicates.
No duplicates in the aces, yeah.
Yeah. Nor in the kings, nor in the 7s.
The next moment, game becomes argument. The defendant's trick was exposed. He took bottle in his hand. Poor Mr. Smith. Miss Royline, why did you not tell the court about this from the very beginning? I thought I smelled a cover up here. Well, folks, it's time to throw back the covers. The full house is a very high-scoring hand. Not easy to make, in my experience. Pop, pop.
That alone is enough to suspect less than scrupulous tactics.
Mr. Oh wait, no, that's
Oh, that's
Paul,
me.
never mind.
Mr. Gavin? What's a full house?
Liars these days. You don't know your poker.
I can't say this bodes well for your case or career. Why does that have anything to do with my career?
What is this? Some kind of secret court poker ring?
Justice. You know the terms 1 pair, 2 pair, and 3 of a kind, yes?
Yeah, no problem. 2 cards of the same number makes a pair. 3 makes 3 of a kind.
Good. Now picture a hand with 1 pair and 1 3 of a kind. That's a full house.
Both of them had a full house then.
Yeah.
That doesn't sound very easy to make, does it?
You can see each player's hand in this photo.
Wow, they both have full houses.
We forget. There's an easy way to make a full house. And go undefeated for 7 years. You cheat.
I bet it's because he's really good at reading people, and that's why he kept winning. After, you know,
Yeah.
cross-examining for so many years.
True.
The
Or no, he just uses the the whatever it is that Maya gave him to like uncover their soul
Cover their soul.
and find out if they're bluffing or not.
Yes, I see that you're bluffing. If you did cheat in the last hand, that still leaves one important question. Mr. Wright lost that hand.
Who's ever heard of a professional con man losing when they cheat? The last hand, both men had full house. Just how hard is it to make a full house anyway? It is quite hard, though. It is making a pair. Three of kind at same time. I guess that's right. Very difficult to be sure. You can take my word as the poker head of courtroom number 3. Very difficult, though, but is not impossible. Okay, full house hard. Sign of questioning, a waste of time. There is 4 of each card and deck from ace to king. 4 of each card, you say? Yeah. There's 1 spade, 1 diamond, 1 heart, and 1 club for each card. It is interesting fact that this number 4 comes from number of seasons. Huh, you don't say. Oh, and did you know that the cards are numbered 1 to 13?
Plus Joker.
Well, not quite. Add all the cards in a deck, and you'll get 364 a year. Huh, you don't say. Isn't that 1 too short?
So this is Joker. Yeah, there you go.
I'm gonna use 2 jokers.
See, the second Joker stands for the leap year. Sorry.
Ow.
Thus, you have a perfect representation of the year. All in a deck of cards.
Huh, you don't say. We're gonna be in this courtroom for a year if it keeps going like this. If you look at both men's hands, cheat is more obvious. What do you mean? How is it clear? Well, the defendant, he played a 5th ace.
No, we didn't.
No, he didn't. No, he didn't. It's right there.
2 aces, 2 aces.
5th ace. Still remember both hands very well.
Well, you remembered wrong.
Yeah, apparently.
Mr. Smith's hand had 3 aces. And Mr. Wright's 2.
Obviously, cheating with a foot. That's I should say.
Can you add this to your testimony, please?
Your Honor, perhaps this is gonna be added to the testimony.
Very well. The witness will add this detail to her testimony, please. Thank you. And I would like to present the card table.
We've done this like for 3 different ones now.
It appears the witness is mistaken. Mistaken by my name. Look, this piece of evidence clearly contradicts what you said in your testimony. That's the photo of the chips, is it not? And the hands! Judge, look.
Justice. Perhaps you got to explain your point in a way that the judge can comprehend. In other words, use your finger to point out your point. So the thing that was wrong
Yes.
was
Please
she
point
said
out
that
contradiction is found.
the victim said
Had
had
three.
three aces.
Yeah,
So
so
that's
I need
wrong.
to point there.
Yes. So you gotta press Y.
Oh, what? Miss Orley, in your testimony, you made the following claim. Mr. Smith's hand had 3 aces. But as you can clearly see, the victim's hand only held 2 aces.
Well, maybe the witness was simply confused. Perhaps it was the defendant's hand that held the third aces in question.
No, there's only
No.
4.
Take another look at the evidence. As you can see, the defendant also had 2 aces in his hand. Where's this 5th ace? I see cheating, alright. And it's going on right here in this courtroom. Two aces in each player's hand does make 4 aces total. Hardly proof of cheating.
Wait, please. It is true. I've seen it. The 5th ace. There is cheating, I swear to you.
That's odd. She must be lying, yet she's the most sincere I've seen her all day.
You're right to trust your instincts.
Mr. Gavin?
Who knows what lies in store for us in the trial ahead? Your Honor, if I may, I have a suggestion.
What might that mean, Mr. Gavin?
If you don't mind, perhaps we might examine the actual cards.
The cards?
Mr. Payne,
Yes?
the players' hands that night were set aside as evidence, were they not? The defense would like to request that the cards be shown to the court.
Very well, the prosecution will submit this evidence. Which will you examine? The victim's cards or the defendant's cards? If these cards don't prove cheating is going on, nothing will. Now, which of these hands is more suspicious? I would assume the victim's hand, right?
I don't know.
It was the victim's hand that changed over the course of the witness's testimony.
Yeah.
The defense requests time to examine Mr. Smith's cards. Very well, Mr. Payne, if you would.
Very well.
Well, time's wasting. Get to it, Justice.
Yes, sir. Sure to view
Examining
it.
evidence.
Yeah, yes, 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 yes.
Be sure to
yes,
view
yes,
it from
yes.
all sides.
Let
By
me turn
using the stick
Let me move
to
it.
turn it and have Y and X, you get a better perspective on the case.
Okay, let's do this. Let me turn it. Let me turn it. I know it. I feel better now. I knew this would come up.
Mm-hmm.
What?
Wait. They're all red except for one. They were supposed to be all blue.
You're right, because they were supposed to be playing with the blue cards.
They were.
That's a very big cheat. Goodness.
Yeah.
That's 4 cards. 4 cards he cheated with. Your Honor, look at this. One of the victim's cards. The back is a different color.
That's impossible. But I put that card in Wright's hand. Eek!
What was that, Miss Orley?
No, not. I merely said, I have eek.
Your Honor.
Mr. Gavin, yes?
Tell me, what is the easiest way to cheat at poker?
To cheat?
I'll tell you. One merely needs a friend, a comrade, shall we say. The dealer.
Ah. Wait, so you mean this witness, Miss Orley?
She's the cheater. A professional, I'd wager.
Order, order. Focus, Justice. Time to take advantage of her. I mean, of her mistake.
Yeah, proper wordage, please, Apollo. Your Honor.
Please recall the testimony we just heard. That's impossible, but I put that card in Wright's hand. Ergo, Miss Olga Orley conspired to cheat, not with my client, but with the victim, Mr. Shady Smith. Oh! Not only did she cheat, she cheated poorly. And therefore, it's not hard to imagine an altercation between her and the victim.
Wait, you don't mean the defense isn't accusing the witness, Miss Olga Orley, are you? Time for justice. Is that like is gonna be his catchphrase? There are 3 people in the room at the time of the incidents.
And if Mr. Wright isn't guilty, that means...
The defense accuses the witness, Miss Olga Orley, of murder.
Eek.
Oh no. Oh, beautiful. The food is safe.
Mr.
Miss-
Payne.
Oh yeah, I'm the judge, sorry.
Mr.
Yeah.
Payne, where's your witness, Miss Olga Orley?
It appears she has lost consciousness, Your Honor.
Mr. Justice. Your Honor. It seems you have presented a new possibility to the court. One suggesting a connection between the witness and the victim, Mr. Smith. And that means... This court cannot pronounce a verdict for the defendant at this time.
What?
I did it. I held out.
I see no point in prolonging the trial this day. The prosecution will need to make further inquiries.
It was Mr. Wright?
Mr. Wright?
You can't end the trial here, Your Honor. Not yet.
How nonsense is the defendant spearing now?
Think. One of the cards had a different colored back. Don't you wonder what it means?
What are you doing, Mr. Wright? What are these objections? To get off the ridiculous.
Mr. Payne, you of all people should know. Mr. Wright has a talent for the ridiculous.
Perhaps we should get to the bottom of things. Let's clear up the facts about the game that fateful night.
As was said before, we alternated between the 2 decks of cards that night. The 2 decks of the club have different colored backs, blue and red. 1 color per deck.
Why use different colored backs?
To help with cheating.
Use the same colors, the 2 decks might get mixed.
Use different colors and they still got mixed up.
Use the red deck for the last game.
I thought you said blue earlier, though.
The last game. The previous game.
Oh, previous game, I see. I see, but that's odd. For some reason, I have this impression that you were using the blue cards. Yeah, me too.
So maybe...
I'm sure someone said something about blue cards.
Whatever. In the end, one card of the wrong color got into the mix.
Dreams.
Yes. A card slipped in the deck would seem to indicate cheating. Yet, this card raises two serious questions. Paulo?
Yes.
Let's consider the first question, shall we? Think. In the last game, when was the last card... When was the card swapped?
When?
There are three broad possibilities here. Could have been swapped before the murder, during the murder, or after the murder.
Well, yeah, thanks for the news bulletin, Mr. Wright.
Oh,
Oh? It might be as simple as you think, Mr. Payne. Or it might not be. Alright. I'd like to hear what Apollo thinks first. When do you think the cards were swapped?
When was the card swapped into the deck? See, there's the blue deck there.
Yeah. And check the backs of the cards that we have in the evidence. Which one? So, let's flip it around. It's one of the kings.
Yeah. It's the King of Diamonds. Which is on the very top. And normally when you lay out cards, it's like they're all nicely put together, aren't they, normally? I want to say after the murder. Is that weird? Is
No.
that wrong?
I don't know.
Yeah,
Do it.
perhaps it happened after the murder? Yeah.
Ridiculous! What's the point of cheating after the hands have been shown? It's silly.
Yes, but tell me, how do you swap cards during the game? I'll take silly over impossible.
Take it from me, son. There's a lot of silly in this world, but very little impossible.
Oh, even when the backs of the cards are a different color? If you pulled that during the game, you'd be caught in no time. Because if you're holding it up,
Yeah.
because you don't want people to see your cards.
It's you.
Ah,
Quite true. I'd mean that the blue card in question was swapped after the hands were shown, after the murder.
Okay, this is going past silly and straight on to crazy. I ask again, what's the point of cheating after the game's over?
to make it look like the
Who would
victim.
do that?
The murderer!
Oh, indeed. That's one of the mysteries before us.
There's another?
Yes, a simple A decisive question must be asked. Who swapped the red card for a blue card?
Who?
The game and murder is done. The victim is dead. Only 2 remain in the room. Alive, that is. The defendant, Phoenix Wright, and our witness, Olga Orley.
Okay, so who was it that swapped the red card for blue? Why, it must have been Olga Orley who swapped the cards. She was trying to cover up evidence of the cheating. That does make some sense.
Sorry. But there's a problem with that explanation. Swapped card was from the wrong deck.
You mean they swapped 4 cards? Yes, a blue card was stuck into your red hand.
Second card from the wrong deck. And the backs are different colors? Remember that you're talking about Olga Orley. She was the dealer. Do you really think she would make such a novice mistake?
Sounds like it might be the victim's fault. Actually, I have trouble imagining even the judge making that mistake.
Give it a little more thought, Apollo.
Right. Okay, so who was it that swapped the red card for a blue? So, the victim. The one who swapped the cards wasn't Mr. Wright, of course. And, well, it doesn't seem like it could have been Olga Orley either. What are you suggesting?
That's hardly a logical conclusion, I'll admit. As the defense, I think it only makes sense for you to name Miss Orley at this point.
Yes, I know, but she was the one who dealt the cards, right? I just can't believe she would make the mistake of swapping the wrong color card. And if the card was swapped during the game, it would be obvious. Something you'd like to share with the court, Mr. Wright?
Oh, my apologies, Your Honor. No, I was just thinking how much fun this all is.
You missed this, Phoenix?
Confusing. I have no idea what the defense is claiming, Your Honor. If the one who swapped the card was the defendant, and it wasn't Miss Orley, then who was it?
Yeah, well, that is the question, isn't it? The victim. It was the victim.
Precisely.
Huh?
I believe we're about to see this case take a new direction.
A new direction?
We'll find that, indeed, after the murder, someone swapped one of the cards in the victim's hand. That someone made 2 critical mistakes. I'm sure you're going to tell us that the first was swapping the wrong color card. Because the one who did swap didn't know 2 colors of cards were being used. The other mistake was the number on the card.
Right, the person who replaced the 5th ace with a king. I'm sure whoever swapped it wasn't expecting there to be a 5th ace after all. All they knew was that the game had been won with a full house.
So they picked up a king from the table and swapped it in.
Or the floor, because there was some on the floor.
But there's one problem. According to our case record, the person doesn't exist.
True, not until now. But if you have to admit the possibility of a 4th person. Though, it's more than a possibility.
I mean, there was a window.
There was someone else there that night at the scene of the crime. I believe the judge spoke truthfully earlier. You do make trials ridiculous, Mr. Wright.
This trial is proceeded on one central assumption, namely that, at the time of the incident, there are only 3 people in that room. Because they weren't in the room, they were in the window.
I believe this new evidence, shall we say, overturns that assumption.
The problem is that you chose to conceal this information from the court.
I suppose that is a problem, yes?
Court is adjourned for a brief recess. Mr. Gavin, I'll see you in my chambers during this recess.
Certainly, Your Honor.
Very well. The trial will resume in 20 minutes. Oh boy.
April 20th, 11:52 a.m. District Court. Defendant lobby number 3.
That was quite unexpected, Mr. Wright. Suddenly claim that there was another person at the scene of the crime like that. I must ask, is it the truth? Well now, I'd like to think you know the answer to that.
Makes it sound like he's the report.
Being mysterious, are we? Sadly, I have no time for mysterious. I'd only ask that you leave the defending to your defense in the future. Otherwise, I cannot guarantee the outcome. I see you haven't mellowed out one bit, Kristoff. Justice,
Yes, sir.
the judge has summoned me to his chambers, so carry on without me. You did well, Apollo.
Aw, thanks. Can I ask you something?
Sure.
That locket you wear, is that really yours, Mr. Wright?
Ah, you're wondering about the victim's disappearing locket? Here, you can take a look at it. That's a picture of my daughter in there.
Ah. I'm just surprised to hear you had a daughter.
Most people are. Perhaps you'll meet one over these days.
One more question. The one who cheated that night, was it you?
What do you think?
Huh?
You know what happened 7 years ago? What I did?
No.
It's not unreasonable for you to think I might cheat.
I never, honest, but it is odd that he managed to go undefeated for 7 whole years.
I don't know something. There's only one game where you can be dealt bad cards all night and still win. Poker.
Huh?
You see, poker's all about reading your opponents.
Uh-huh, yeah, I know it.
That way, it's a lot like a court case.
Poker is like a trial law?
Figure out what your opponent is thinking, and you win.
Well, yeah, but that's harder than it sounds.
I think not. Tries they might to conceal it. Everyone reveals their true thoughts in the end. Their body language can become a valuable source of information.
Especially in this world where anytime they get slightly freaked out, they'll, like, jump and do some crazy thing.
You know, like the one lady throwing up the food in the air.
Yep.
You're kidding.
Bad witness, for instance, Miss Orley. She would touch the back of her neck during certain parts of the testimony. Did you notice?
Yeah. No. Come on, who noticed that? Get better, Apollo.
Words, habits, twitches. It's all information for the reading. That's the secret to winning, Apollo. Someone taught me. Now I pass the secret on to you.
But I'm not worthy. I mean, there's no way I'll pick up on these signals.
No, you can do it. You just don't know it yet.
What's he talking about?
But you will. Soon. Ah, I almost forgot. One more thing. About this case. You should know. I haven't told the truth to anyone yet.
Yeah. What? I knew it.
I have my reasons, of course. All shall be revealed. And Apollo, I need you to be there, defending me. I need your power.
My, power? I had no idea my quartz is still were that special.
It's time. Real trial begins now. Do your best.
Oh, and we're already 2 hours in. I think it really does need to be a to be continued.
You want to be done? Always save.
Yeah, definitely.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Uh, I mean, it has been like almost 2 hours, so
Yeah.
normally kind of try to been going for 2 hours each time. So yeah.
Oh, that's me.
All right.
Alright. So this got me curious because there's 4 dots on top, but I'm pretty sure there's only 3 games. So click RB. That's Dual Destiny, so click it again. Spirit of Justice, click it again.
It's the museum.
Museum. Okay. So it's not a game, it's just a museum.
Yeah.
You can go back.
Is that like 4 cases on the bottom?
Yeah.
4 cases for each, or maybe. No, that one has more. Oh,
5 and a special.
yeah. And this one's also 5 and a special.
5 and a special.
So,
Yep.
so the one we're on is the shortest.
Yeah.
Alrighty then. Thanks for playing the game with me.
Yep.
And we'll have to
I'm excited for when you finish this one and we can play the ones I haven't played yet.
Yeah. We'll have to decide on if we want to do Hat in Time next week or this one.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Anyway.
Anyways. Bye.